Yeah, well, today is the 15th of March, yeah?
Facts.
Yeah, 2022, and it's Tuesday, yeah. Okay, but I think the town, so you can start open the our platform discussion today, live
Definitely.
melody. So you can open it.
Well, we back once again, the Life Melody Show. And as we always say, this is like we always giving an open mind and awareness. So how you take it is up to you. You can take it or leave it alone. So, but it's our awareness and how we feel. But today's topic is gonna be like, man, the reason why we can, as a people, we should try to like focus on having a founding fathers, to make Africa to be great again, you know what I'm saying? Because right now we are like really down, in the how the is we are so down, like there's nobody who's gonna help us or lift us up because our problem is like we're always looking for somebody to come and lift us up. Even even I don't want to like go into people religion and all those stuff, but we are looking up to if it's spiritualness we are looking for. We gotta stop all those things. You know what I mean? I feel like right now what we supposed to focus on as a people is trying to focus on ourselves and try to really focus how we can lift Africa up, to its potential, for the future generation, because we are the generation of Africa. So if we are not focused on Africa and we are looking for a white man's heaven, we're gonna be always down. I mean, we should just observe how Chinese people are doing. Observe how, Arabs are doing, Dubai and all those things. These people are always focused on themselves, But we have a problem that we always live in Africa to go and experience the white man's heaven, As if we are like a slave chain people. We don't want to embrace our culture. So this is gonna be today's topic. We gotta find how the solution is. What are we supposed to do? Like, come together as a people. Let's try to figure how we can lift Africa up. Because I give it the price of the world.
Well, yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. William
Big
G.
facts.
Town.
Big facts.
Yeah, man. So we say all our fans and audience, they are welcome. We are here back again to our platform, Live Melody, as we always usually used to discuss about important things and everything. We focusing about Africa because we need these informations, and also, as we used to say, this is just to share opinions. So we just give as much we can, the vibes, and then always we need some people who can comment and bring feedback, bring to support more idea, because it's open discussion. So well, as G-Town explained, to be honest, we have to think about that, and then we give opinion to each other, and we discuss about this issue, because I think, as you say, G-Town, this is very important, which we African we have to think about. So because think if we can get this opportunity and that we can make Africa to be great again, because Africa always have been great, continent and great people. We had kings which are really strong and they know what they want and for their country and for their own people. So, but I think that have been conquered, and so now after that it's like still we feeling like people now is going around with this mentality of this slave chain, what you used to call. It's not funny, yeah?
But it's true.
Yeah, isn't it?
It's true.
This slave chain, to be honest, that one is still, we are going with that chain in the neck, in our neck. So, and as long this chain, we don't take it from our neck, then still, we will talk until end of story. I mean, not much will happen.
Yeah.
But of course, we are not like just negative. We are positive also. We have all the wish that one day things will change. Because as I used to tell you, I believe that the young generation is coming little by little, and we will start little by little, end of the day, to read up with this slave chain, with the chain. And we call slave chain because that it was the slave master who would put this chain in our neck, and still we didn't read up with.
True.
But I believe little by little, this young generation who are coming, they are starting waking up, and I believe the education will change a lot. So, but that's why we have to continue. Any of we African, black African, anyone who can bring which can contribute and to help, for this, education, knowledge, and give what you think, give some information, your opinion. I think all that is in the part of supporting. So because I think that it's not too many who understood when we are talking about the slave chain. So, but if I can ask you, Mr. G-Town, can you describe a little bit this when you say slave chain? What is the meaning of? If you can give some definition of this slave chain.
I want to say maybe like psychological trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah, psychological trauma. Or a form of self-hate too.
Self-hate.
Yeah, because one thing
Self-hate.
I feel like we have lost most of, I don't want to say lost it, because Africa we have a big continent, right?
Yeah.
And we have so much different cultures.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So as a black people, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know we have a culture.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is like we don't love ourselves enough to embrace our culture. Because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if we embrace our culture, it's easy for us to be ourselves. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I don't care if you're a Gambian. When I see you as a black man or a black person, it's like a form like you look like me. So I really like you are like a brother to me. So I'm not gonna, discourage you because you are from Gambia or I'm from Ghana, so we're gonna have like a crash. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We should stop that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We should. It's very interesting to learn from you because you look like me, but even though you have a different culture, but you are part of me because you look like me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I should be more interested to learn about that. Know more about ourselves. That's like how we learn about ourselves. But you know, if we're thinking like, you know, it's like we have too much, you know, hate in ourselves. So it's like, because I have a problem with my issue with myself, so I must have an issue with you. You know what I'm saying? So our all it's like that's why we can never lift ourselves up because of that mindset. You know what I mean? It's that's slave mindset is gonna make is destroying us. And we look up to somebody like God or the white man, you know what I'm saying? Because you see, for them, they come to our country to destroy our empire, to make to make their own empire rich. And now we are running to their nation to experience their heaven, you know what I mean? While we can focus on our continent and build our own heaven. Because our heaven is in Africa, not in God, not that we are gonna die to go to heaven, but we should build our heaven in Africa. You know, because in Europe is the white man's heaven. You know, why should we leave Africa and go to the white man's heaven? You know what I mean? While we can focus on our own heaven, that is Africa. So this is I feel like that's what I'm talking about, why we have to find, you know, the solution is like Africa have to create a founding fathers, you know what I mean, where we can make a system to make that happen in Africa, you know? So, and I don't understand why we can't see that as a people, you know what I mean? I know there are people trying, you know what I mean, but it's not enough, you know, the information have to keep going to people's head all the time because we are too far back down, you know, and if we don't speak on these topics, it's gonna affect our generation all the time, you know what I mean? They can, because all that, for me, as we used to talk, all these things it starts from foundation. If we don't have a foundation, strong children, you know, foundation of parents who can guide these children to know themselves, love their people, so we can at least give them the mission. This is the mission and the vision. That's what they're gonna stand on. That's what they're gonna fight for. So they're gonna pass that on to their children, so African can start to rise. But many children, you know, when we come to a country like this, we always feel we are divided, you know what I mean? We don't focus on Africa, we're just trying to go along, to get along with these white people, you know what I mean? And forget ourselves. And just because we want to experience the white man's heaven. And while we are not getting nothing from that still, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, we should try to... The point is like, you know, what I'm trying to say, we have to try to embrace ourselves more. We have to forget about you are from this tribe, or you are from Ghana. It doesn't matter, we are still the same people. You know what I mean? There's nothing, I mean, you don't look different from me. I'm a black man, you are a black man, so even though you're from different, we are still from once we are from the continent of the motherland, we are the same people. So it doesn't make no difference to me where you come from in the continent. We are still brothers. So this is what I feel like our people don't get yet. You know what I mean? Why divide ourselves is the issue, is the problem I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like very, I mean, interesting, you know, I mean, the way you describe one and the way you explain, very interesting and then very important. Especially this what you just last mentioned here. I mean, when we dividing ourselves, like when we come to this Babylon, which I used to call, and we are now dividing ourselves, and we leave our country, and we come into Babylon, and then we are dividing ourselves there. First of all, is there they can see us how our mind is working. because all of we, if we, whether we run from our country and why we run, or if we don't run, but why we leave our country, we come here, but then they see us now, we are there among us, serve the same black people should be same, we should have same problem because everybody, why you come? So you cannot say because I have a lot of money there, that's why I come, or economy is good, why I come. So always it must be some reason why. But now when we come, we cannot try to, to socialize to each other and, unite and help each other when we come. We are here also and fighting against each other, or like you say, the hatred. When you hate your own fellow black man, you think you win something out of it, while you don't know you hate yourself.
Exactly.
And then as what I say was very important. When we come, first of all, what we don't ever learn, when always, this is why people will ask me, hey, which country you come from? I used to say, Africa.
Simple as that.
Yeah, but they never make it simple. They say, yeah, I know Africa, but which country? And still I want to, like I'm joking or challenging, because I want to tell them we Africans should be just one continent, because we are in one continent, but our heart also should be like as one continent, like one home.
Exactly.
I want to tell like these white people, like we, all black, we are the same, because it doesn't matter which country I come, still you cannot treat me just because of my country, because I come from Ghana or Gambia or Mali or Congo or whatever. So now they can treat me as a Congolese, or they can treat me as a Gambian, or they can treat me as a Nigerian. So still they just treat me as a black man.
Facts.
So and then they don't know nothing. So otherwise they could just tell, when they see me, they will just say, yeah, you are from this country. They just see me as a black. Otherwise, if they know who I am, then they should not ask me even which country I come from. Or even they don't say which country, they say, where you come from? Why are you come from, you think? I come from my mother.
Exactly. No, you see what you just say, you have a point. For me, I don't have no issue when a white man asks me that, but the issue that I have is when my own fellow man asks me that.
Yeah.
Because most of the time too, it's very strange to me when a black person like me, look like me, asks me, where are you from in Africa?
Yeah.
If I say, I look like you, you should know that I'm from Africa. Don't ask me like, oh, where you from? You know me?
Sometimes what I learn about these people who used to ask me sometimes which country, even like, for example, even I say, I'm from Gambia, still they're asking me where in Gambia.
Exactly, things like that.
Sometimes I tell, okay, I am from this area. Now they're asking, what is your name? When I tell them, what is your surname, by the way?
Oh my God.
So all this is to dig in to find enough this slave chain mentality.
Thank you very much. And
because yes.
And then from there, then they'll say, you see that he's from this tribe, so we don't have to mess with him. And
Thank you very much. That's what I wanted to come. So and now because the name, sometimes they will not know really which tribe. So now when you say the surname, okay. Some of them just say, okay. Some of them, no, but that tribe is not belong to Gambia. What is shit? You see, this kind of mentality, we have to change it. Because when you talk about tribalism, I used to say we have to stop this kind of mentality of thinking of this tribalism. Because that tribalism is that, you're dividing people direct. Like what I used to say, if we complain into the Babylon people, like I call them the white people Babylon, whatever. So, okay, anyhow. So, if they have been coming, like the whole Africa, great continent, and a good, kings, which is great also, and they conquer all this, and now they divided the continent. You know, patch it, part by part, and after that, to make it the nations on itself to confused. And now we say the white people come there. They have been dividing Africa. Africa was not divided like that. Like when you cut it like a sugar, part by part. It was not like that. They did it like that. So that, it will be more easy to come between them, to confuse more and confuse more. And that confusion still is running in our brain.
Yeah.
That's why if we call that is the slave trade, it's part of our mental slavery we have.
And as we would live, and we're gonna go a little bit into religion. We have to really put this, looking up to. What I'm gonna say like this. Stop to think about somebody gonna come up from the sky and save us. Africa now is our heaven. We should make Africa our new heaven, you know what I mean? Not that we're not gonna die and go to heaven. Because if you're dead, then you are like taking a pension, you know what I mean? And that's not what we want. Africa should be the new heaven. So anybody who's looking up to going to heaven, you're wasting your time, you know what I mean? So forget about that. If you don't understand God, then you need to educate yourself about who's God, you know what I mean? Because you're wasting your time looking to the sky when you should be focused on we should be focused on the real issue we are here in is ourselves, Africa, our people, the mother continent, you know what I mean? This is the issue we should be developing to make our heaven.
For real.
Am I gonna look to the sky for?
No, but when you come to the religion, that one is like
That's another problem that is is closing our mind. You know what I mean? We are not seeing the real issue.
Yeah.
Between ourselves as a continent.
Mm-hmm.
Is putting distraction to say, looking at Savior. Jesus already tell you, the kingdom is within us. So we have to focus on building our kingdom. Africa is our kingdom.
Yeah.
So we should stop that, this slave chain, Lord, my God.
And if you also, as we used to say, if we human are created of the image of God,
Facts.
then what is left more?
Thank you.
Then how someone have to go between you and God?
Thank you.
While in this case you are part of God.
You know why, Musa? Because I feel like maybe most of the time as a people we don't believe in ourselves more, and we don't embrace our culture. Because this is why sometimes.
And what is caused that?
Yeah, of the hatred,
The hatred.
Self-hate, you know what I mean?
And why we have that self-hate? What caused it?
I know it, but for me, for me to say to go deep to why it caused our is all because we don't believe in ourselves more. But this is why we have to try to embrace, to know, because if you learn, we have to try to love back ourselves.
Yeah.
To love ourselves.
But that is the mental slavery making us, we don't believe ourselves. Or what cause? That's what I'm trying to find. What is behind of that? Because
we feel like we're looking up to the white man too much. This is the thing. When you look about, you see other nations is more wealthy, powerful than you.
But from the beginning, what make that what make us to learn that we have to always to look after the white man and to wait the white man to solve our problem, which where we get that mentality of thinking?
For me, I just look at it like this, because one thing we feel like how their skin look, people just look, imagine how our woman is struggling today, Musa.
Yeah.
Going to put in this fake hair.
The women.
Yeah, just to look like white, to want to look so as compare themselves to white women.
It's not.
They're not embracing their own beauty, their own hair. And we, the black man, you know what I'm saying, it's like we too is like, you know, we chasing after the black, you know, the white woman. You see, all those things, it's like we are so, we are so much, is that's what I'm trying to say. We are so want to be a part of these people. So we don't love ourselves enough, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but when you come to that party, that is not called women complex.
I don't want to say woman complex, but it's a kind of way that, you know, for me, if it's come to the woman side, it's just to say that you don't love yourself enough to embrace yourself. You understand?
Yeah.
For the man side too, it's like, you know what I mean. It's a kind of to show you want to be a part of these people, you know. So you don't want to love your own queen, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say, complex. You know, complex is somebody who don't see his own value, and he think he have to put something extra, which is not even which is fake. So that he have complex. And this complex, now we have to talk about why they have that complex. For example, so you was mentioned near there because of I think also when it's come to our women, they have been looking, you know, I think you know the European style, you know, I have to be like a white still, because yeah, maybe a white woman have long hair and this and fair color, so I wanna also be like that, because maybe if I be like that, the black men also maybe it will be more I can attract them.
That's
More.
that's false, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's not false, because why also why also a black man, for example, especially when it comes to Babylon, they live in their own black beauty woman there and following the blondie.
Yeah, because
And they are very proud when they are with a blondie woman, for example. They are very proud. Sometimes if I see them with a blondie, so they don't even greet you. They go that side. It's like, hey, don't touch my my book, or I don't know.
this is what I'm trying to say, because they want to be a part of these people.
Yeah, but now you understood now. If the black himself, when he acting in that way, then of course the black woman also will have a complex. He will say, okay, let me also be like a white woman, maybe then I can be attract the black man or boys, whatever.
But yeah, this is what I'm trying to say, you know, this is...
And maybe they have trying to do that, and then it works.
But it don't, it's not working. You know why it's not working? If you look behind that, you know what I'm saying, Musa, it's like all that is destroying us at the same time too.
Yeah,
But you know why I say that? It's not bringing us together, and then business-wise,
we don't even think it like it's too far. That's the problem, because still the mindset.
the mindset.
For them, they believe, okay, you know, because I used to hear the discourse, like a girl is always he mangle with, you know, boys and all this, and the other also was thinking. He said, you change, you know, your hair, and you have this Chinese hair or Indian, I don't know, you know, long hair, and then this one was like a brown now, but he'd be white, and even the color will change. It's not a normal white like white people color even, because it's fake. But maybe the other friends see, yeah, this one now he getting a lot of more like boyfriends or whatever, maybe like he's following. Maybe because of this, yeah, let me also go buy this wig or whatever, and I dress myself and I paint my face, and you know have this you know you have this chemical which can this bleaching, you know, so I can bleach my body, so maybe I can attract it for men too. So and maybe it works, but still it's the mindset.
It's the mindset.
Because for in the reality, I mean, for me, my own think in reality. So you when it comes for a black woman, for real, you just interesting in reality. If it's not in the fake side, a woman which is just natural, her natural body, her natural hair, is more beautiful than when you see a woman carrying this wig, and all end of the day, they lose all their natural hair because of their carrying this wig 24 hours.
Thank you very much.
So when you take the wig, you don't even want to look at her now because you have losing her own natural hair.
This is what I'm trying to say. You see, this is why the woman Africa, because God didn't make a mistake to create you as your real nature. So why are you turning away from that and you want to go and embrace somebody's own nature? The white man's nature and our nature is not the same. So as a black woman, be yourself, and we as a black man too, we have to be ourselves. Like, I wouldn't go and change, go one day to be like, I'm gonna start to bleach myself and start to be like, I wanna be white. Why? It's like, and when I know that's not my nature, you know what I mean? God made me to be a black person. So it makes sense for me to love myself, understand myself, know my culture, and to even know about my ancestors, you know what I mean? That can even make me know more about myself and about Africa. But if I don't know all these things and I'm running to the white culture when that is not, that's even an enemy to me,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But you see, still, as I told you, it is kind of complex, and you have to think why that causing of that complex. As I told you, when you look at like now even in Africa, they do the same thing because they are also, maybe they're looking a catalog. You say, oh, I want to look like this, then your own natural which God create you. As you say, God never make a mistake to create you as a black.
Facts.
So like a Mama Ali say, I'm a beautiful and I'm handsome and I'm proud
Facts.
of myself.
Definitely.
All that is to learn. We have to proud of our own self.
Yeah.
But still, I think this the complex. As we say again, we have been forgetting ourselves. Always, as we say again, we have to follow. I mean, the white man's
because
way. We want to be
exactly
like that, which we are not.
Exactly. And then what I want to say, like, what makes us think like their way is better than us? You see?
Yeah, that is what do you call? I think the slave chain.
Yeah. Because
the mental slavery that we have
exactly.
it. That's why we are thinking in that way.
And the funny thing to Musa, we are people that this is why I say God didn't make no mistake.
No.
To choose us as a people, to be the first people.
Yeah, of course.
And now when these people come, they came even from us as a black people.
Yeah, of course.
And now just because they come and look at they should even have respect for us, but look at what they did to us. And
yeah,
now we're going to embrace them.
Which kind of respect they will have, or they